Hello, welcome to my video of Tomb Raider 2 glitch tutorial. Today it's going to be about living quarters. Pretty short level, but there is a lot to talk about. There is a lot of technical things. Living quarters is really a hard level if you want to use every strat that is possible. So when you start running, my advice is to you don't do everything I'm going to show in this video. You do what you can do easily, because if you don't, you're going to lose a bunch of time trying to use a thing that you don't know how to do it exactly. Also, you also have to do the shelf corner bug that I'm going to show you that save 2 minutes, so you kind of have to, and the last jump, and then you do whatever you want and whatever you can't. You can, sorry. So let's go. So first, there's two things possible. You can do the glitchless and intended way, which is pulling the lever and emerge to the trapdoor. So nothing to say about that. It's just intended glitchless way. Or you can skip the trapdoor. So what do you do to skip the trapdoor? What you do is you just swim forward. You can go up and down, it doesn't really matter. You just, when you start the level, you don't want to go left and right. You don't press left or right until you want to line up, because it will mess up the setup we found. So once you're here against the wall, you just go up like this, and then you're gonna line up. So how do we do that? It's simple, pretty simple actually. So we want to line up vertically like this and horizontally like this, laterally, whatever. So first the lateral setup. So what's the key for this is this triangle like this. There is points and there is a triangle here. This is close from where you're gonna line up. So what you do is you go left and right, and I'm gonna reload because I'm gonna miss some hair, but you do like this. So when you move close to this triangle, you can see that the camera switch like this. This is our visual point. So when you're lining up like this, you keep going left until the camera switch like this, and the lineup is done in terms of lateral. Now we're gonna do the vertical lineup. So vertical lineup, sorry for the noise, is gonna be you want Lara's top head to be almost on the top point, touching the top point like this. I'm gonna show you like this, okay? So this is hard when you start because Lara is moving a bit in the water, so you won't really clearly see a visual point. But this is permissive enough so you can't fail it if you do it correctly. Of course, when you will start, you will have some trouble, but you will practice a bit and you will realize the possibility and how permissive this is, so you will be used to. And of course, if you can't have it, what you do is simply you just pull the lever. And then you just jump. You just swim forward like this. So again, you roughly this way, and then you go left until the camera switches. You line it up with the top point almost, and you just swim forward. So that's basically what it's done. So it doesn't have to be precise. I mean, you don't have to tap, 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 tap until the camera changes. You can just do this. And when it changes like this, it's good. And you can just swim forward. And it will work automatically. So yeah. So this is permissive. And if you can't do it, it's okay. It only save a couple of seconds, and using not the button, but the lever is still okay. Another thing, for example, let's say you miss it. I'm gonna try to miss it like this, for example. So if you miss it like this, no panic. And if you didn't save, what you do is you try to line up again roughly, and you're gonna try to do the same, and eventually it will work. So here it didn't work, but you will try again until it works if you didn't save. If you saved, you just reload, and it will work at some point because there is a lot of position and a lot of angle that will work for this glitch. So that's it. So once you're out of the water, you're gonna do a jump twist like this and keep running. And what's going to happen is there's gonna be a glitch incoming, and you have three ways of doing it. You have an alternative strat, which is a setup that is gonna be annoying if you don't kill the next guy. There is gonna be a setup for the shelf corner bug, which is what I mentioned earlier, which you're gonna have to do. And if you do a setup, the guy will annoy you if you don't do it really quickly. So you have to kill him if you use the setup. The only possibility for you to not kill this guy is if you YOLO the shelf corner bug and line up and have a good angle and realize the glitch first try. You can either do it first try or save close to it and reload if you miss. Because if you miss one time, it's gonna annoy you. So you will have to kill him because it's impossible to do this glitch with a guy around you. So first thing. Second thing is the ammo management. Yeah. So you're gonna be short in ammo if you don't pick up the auto and the M16 pickups in top of a ladder of diving area. If you haven't picked them up, you're gonna have to kill this guy with pistols, or you're gonna be really short on ammo. You're gonna need 14 ammo from the next level to do an item clip for auto ammo, I mean. So if you have 28, if you have less than, not 28, let's say 30 in this start of a level, you're gonna have to kill this guy with something else than auto. You're gonna have to kill this guy with either M16 or pistols. So that's what you need to know. And if you pick up in diving area, it's no problem, you kill him with M16 or auto, whatever you want. So we're gonna kill him here because we're gonna have to explain and it's gonna take time, etc. You can pick up the medpack if you kill him, so whatever you want. And then you go here, you're gonna light a flare. So you're gonna light a flare for two reasons. I'm gonna fail here, I believe. Yeah. You're gonna light a flare for two reasons. First, to do a flare cancel in the end of a glitch. And second, because the flare helps you having visual point. Because look at the difference. If you have a flare, look at the wall. And if you don't have a flare, look at the difference. This is harder to see some visual points. So the flare helps also to light. So what is the glitch? The glitch is this. I'm gonna try to show you. So I might fail a couple of times. So it should be good here. The line up here. Oops. Okay, that wasn't good enough. Position was not good. So that should work. So that is the glitch. Okay, no, it didn't work. It was my angle the problem. So I don't care about the flare because I'm not doing anything. So this should work. Line up like this. Or like this. So this is the glitch you want to do. So as you can see, this is not easy. So how do you do it? So what I use as a visual point when I try to YOLO, and then I'm going to explain the setup. You have a point here, small point, like this. That's what I'm trying to line up Lara's left leg with, like this. I need to hide the point with a leg, so here it's not good, for example. And if I do this, it's better. And once I'm in this position, I go left and try to see if first I can see the point behind and the distance between Lara's left foot and the corner. So here you can see that there is almost no position, there is almost no space between them. So it means the position is wrong. Oops, flare. So you have to reposition again like this, for example. So here I almost completely hide the points and the distance is better. And when I try to line up, And then what you do to realize the glitch is you jump forward into the wall, and once you enter the wall, you stop pressing jump, and you hold forward and roll. And only with that condition you will go to the glitch. Sorry. If you don't hold forward and roll, you're gonna get pushed out by the wall, and you won't be able to enter into the wall correctly. So like this, for example, if it works. No, it didn't work. But anyway, so that's the fundamental of this glitch first. So, how do you get the position perfectly without YOLOing? There is a simple setup. You go here, shimmy to the right, you roll, and you do 2 buffer right. 1, oops, sorry, I missed it. I did right and forward and not right. 2 buffer right, 2 buffer in a row. You don't do this. You don't do 1 buffer here, wait, and 1 buffer. That's not good. If you do that, you're gonna get this position and it won't work. You have to do the buffer in a row. So 1, 2. I don't explain buffer again because if you don't know how to buffer, refers to offshore rig tutorial. And then you move forward, and you're gonna be in the best position possible to do the glitch. So as you can see, you have the point that was my visual point that is hidden, and there is space between Lara's left foot and the corner. So that's my lineup. But if you want to YOLO and you don't like my lineup, you can take these pictures and take every lineup you want. So for example, there is a blue texture here, right in top of Lara's top head. You can use this one, or you can use anything. If you want to use Lara's left arm, you can use it, whatever. If you want to use right foot or whatever, you can use it. It doesn't really matter, as long as you have this position. And once you have this position, you need the right angle. So what's the right angle? The right angle is simply this one. So again, you can use whatever you want. I personally use Lara's top head, but some people use Lara's left hand with lineup with this thing. Some people use the background thing here. So it doesn't really matter what you use, but this is the right angle. It should be actually. I'm gonna save to be sure to show you. And then you just jump forward, and you hold, roll, and forward like this. And you flare console if you have a flare, and if you want. You're gonna lose a slight amount of health generally, like this. It's really small, so don't worry about that. So that's basically it for this glitch. You got the position, you got the angle, you got the setup, you got everything. If you try to YOLO, I'm gonna tell you a couple of things. So for example, if that happened when you try to do the glitch, if she stumbled like this, that means your position was wrong, and that means you were too much to the right like this. If you're too much to the right and you try to do it, she will stumble like this. Well, not like this because she didn't here, but you will stumble. Here, maybe too much to the right, it won't work. Yeah. Oops. Okay, why not? Okay. Somehow that works, I don't know how, but... anyway, if you're too much to the left and if you're too much to the right, you will stumble when you try to do the glitch. And if you do the glitch, for example, if that happens, no. So if that happens, it means position was too much to the right. But if that happens, for example, she doesn't enter the wall after she glitch up, that means your position was generally good, but your angle was wrong. That's what it means. Sometimes randomly, I'm gonna try to show you like this. Sometimes randomly, so you see that I've been pushed out here. For example, I fall down here. Sometimes you can just be pushed out here, unfold here. That is exactly the same reason. Just position and angle was wrong, so you glitch like this. And if you do, for example, this, that means you were too much to the left. That's it. And if you do it right, then everything goes right. So I think that's pretty much it. So as you can see, this position, this should work, probably. No, okay. So as you can see, this is pretty difficult with a setup, but if you start on reload, you should be able to get it really quickly, or you can do the setup. This is however you want. So this is it. There is an alternative strat, so that if you hate this glitch and don't want to do it ever, you kinda will have to at some point anyway. There is an alternative strat found by Japiapian, which is a runner of this game. So you need to go to the wall, against the wall like this. So position doesn't matter. You can be here, you can be here. It doesn't really matter. It's just to line up roughly. And then you go, you do a step back like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to try to line up Lara's head. So there is 2 columns of point like this, some points going down like this. You're going to try to align Lara's head with in between the 2 points, the 2 lateral range of point or whatever. Sorry for my English, but you want to line up with that. You want to line up a bit more to the right. You don't want Lara to be like this. You want Lara to be like this. Okay, so this is in the middle, but more to the right than in the middle. That is hard to explain. And then you go forward against the wall like this. And then you're going to try to get a corner bug. You're going to try to get embed using a corner bug. So if you have this angle, this shouldn't work. Like this, she will just jump here like an idiot. That means you have to turn a bit more right, and then you try again. And if you got the right angle, she will embed like this. That is your good position. And once you're in this position, what you want to do is you want to go forward and quickly press roll. Like this. And you will glitch up. So again, take the angle. Lara's is in. Forward roll. And it works. And you can flare cancel immediately after that. Oops. Up. And pull the lever, because all of that was in order to pull this lever. So one last time, because this one is easier. Step back. It's easier. I don't know if it's slower or not. It should be equivalent, so you take the one you want. It's probably faster than doing with a setup though. You line up like this, corner bug, forward roll, up, and you pull the lever. So this is the 3 methods to do this glitch. This is the most important, and the video is already really long, but it needed to be done because this is one of the most important glitch where you can really easily lose run or a lot of time, and a lot of people wanted to know, so I took a lot of time for it. So then you're gonna drop down. So generally at this point you should be full health or a bit less if a guy touch you, and you're gonna take some damage. So once you pull the lever, what you do, I'm gonna do it again actually. Up. So you pull the lever, you're gonna have a cinematic. Okay, it doesn't want to push anymore. I didn't know that. So what you immediately want to do is you want to walk back once. She's gonna do this. Pull a flare while you're doing that, and backflip like this, and roll immediately, and use the flare cancel. So again, back, flare, backflip, roll, flare, and you go. So you can, if you don't use the camera button, you will have to do it blind like this. If you are not comfortable with that, you can just either wait this, or use the camera button and then do the thing. And then you keep going. And this is the end of the first part of the level. You're gonna have some break into the water, which is gonna be boring, but after all this you deserve it, kinda. You're gonna pull this lever and go away. So as you can see, there is already a lot of things, and this is only the start of a level. There is at least as much thing in the remaining part. So this door at the left that I just opened, you go in it and you want to be on the right of the door when you enter. Because if you're on the left, you're gonna get stuck. I'm gonna show you it actually. If you are on the left, you will likely get stuck like this. And if you get stuck even a small amount of time, like a second, what's going to happen is you're going to be much more likely to be shot by the scuba dive coming. So just swim from the right and you will be fine. So I'm sorry, you're going to have to do that again. So a lot of people got problem with this door. So that's why I'm explaining it. So on the right, and then you go left, down, and the guy shouldn't be able to hit you if you do this perfectly. He could hit you once here if you're unlucky. It didn't happen here, but it can happen. So you will be able to get only one shot from this guy. Then you go straight to the lever, and you want to avoid the fail, the heel, or whatever it is on the right here. You just roll like this, and you just swim and hold back to swim forward once, and then you just hold the jump button, which is the swim button, sorry, and you will be able to avoid it. So just like this, and you keep going. Not complicated. And then you go here, there is a quick way of getting out of this, but I'm not going to explain it because it's a couple of frames only. Actually, I will explain that though. So when you go out of the water, you just do 1, 2, 3. You side flip. You back twist. You not back twist actually. You twist. You do the running twist. Sorry. Jump twist exactly. And then you're gonna go here and you're gonna jump, stunning jump here and grab. So sorry for that bad English. And you're gonna go here and you just skip another part of a level. And then you're gonna go here. And you're gonna light a flare if you want to do a flare console that is coming. So once you're here, there is a couple of possibilities. So first possibilities is you slide on here, stunning jump, over stunning jump, and keep going. This is the first possibility. This is the easiest. It doesn't require a flare, so if you use this one, you won't use a flare. Or, if you want to do flare console, you can do this. Oops, I failed it. I failed it again. It's because my running jump here, it's because so here I was lucky I didn't have to use a flare, that can happen, but usually you need to use a flare here. So here don't worry, it's easier to do, but I just showed. It's just that my jumping sequence going here is not usually this one, so it didn't work. But generally I just do 1, 2, 3, I curve, and it works. So here I'm really lucky. I didn't need the flare console. I'm gonna try to show you when you need a flare console. Of course I can't. Like this. Oh my god. This is something rare. This is really something rare. You usually need the flare. Here I get it 3 times. It's not easy. Like this. And use the flare console and you keep going. So sorry about that. That was a bit bad. So this is the 2 things possible. And then you can either jump in the water like this and climb. Or you can do this cool sequence. Like this. Oops, not like this. I failed it here. and avoid climbing like this and keep running. So this is not easy. You can stop a bit trying to line up, but lining up pretty much ruins all the time you save, so this is really not really. If you want again to do it, generally you have to YOLO it if you want to make it worth. So you can do either what you want, and you keep running here. You run here on a collapse style, and you jump forward. And then there is a ledge bug to do. So another ledge bug like in Great Wall. I'm sorry. So I think Great Wall was the only one, the second glitch in Great Wall. So what you have to do is slide down, grab at the right time, and she will go up. Oops, I can do it. Oops. Come on. Oops. I look bad at it, but I swear I'm not. Maybe more chance here. Oops. I can do it, I swear. Okay, so there it is. So you need to grab at the very last frame. Like this. Okay. So once you get it, you're used to it again. It's pretty easy, as you can see. But if you're not too good at this kind of thing, what you can just do is use another setup. So what you have to know is that all those bugs, the ledge bugs, have different setups because of how rough and how long those slopes are. So it only depends on that. So the setup here is you roll, well, you slide on the slope to be straight, you roll, move forward, walk back once, and you back twist and hold grab, and you get it. So that's pretty much it. Roll, forward, back twist, and whatever. And you're good. And then you're going to use the flare console to cancel animation here. And then you're going to have another thing to do. Another thing that save a bit of time if you do it, but if you don't, you only lose 2 or 3 seconds. So this is as you want. So we want to do a fence bug. So what the setup is, I'm going to kill this guy actually to show you. So when you're arriving like this. So you want to be this way, like this. You want to arrive like this. It's the best way, like this. And you sidestep to be against the thing. And then what you want to do is you want to glitch here between those fronts here. But if you just go forward, that won't work. That can work, but that doesn't have a lot of chance of work. What you want to do is you want to jump a bit. You want to aim almost at the other one like this, except that when you're going to jump forward, you're going to hold forward and right like this. Okay? So this is in order to trick the fence, because when you want to do a fence, you want to curve a bit, and that's what we do here. So as I can see, when you will start, it won't be easy to do, and you will fail it. So if you fail it, basically you're gonna lose time, whatever you do. So if you don't know how to do it, you just don't do it. That's the best advice I can give you. It only save a couple of seconds, and it's not easy to do, as you can see. And if you fail the setup too, so whatever. And if you don't want to do it, what you just do is just go here and keep running. And if you're lucky, you won't get shot, and if you're not, you will get shot. So this is really luck here. And then you're gonna kill this guy. Actually, you can let him alive, but you have more chance of using a lot of meds in the end of the last jump if you don't kill this guy. There's gonna be one shotgun guy that you don't need to kill if you want to optimize and if you don't have enough ammo. So we're gonna save here. For the last jump, there is a couple of things. I'm gonna first show you the slow but 100% method. So you go here. Oops, I'm gonna redo it. Sorry. You get your gun. kill him. Keep going. Wait, kill him too. And you're gonna go here. We're gonna make this jump. But this jump is tricky. So we're gonna need a setup if you don't want to YOLO it. If you don't want to YOLO it, what you do is you line up this way. So the best visual point is you look at Laura's two leg, and there is kinda banana or whatever. So you want it to see this one. So there is a couple of it, but this one is easy to spot. So you just line up like this. Okay. You back up once, standing jump once, normal one, and you're gonna do a jump. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab late, jump, grab late, and you can do it. If you grab early, you can't really make it, I think, like this. So you have to grab late. Or you can try to delay slightly your jump, and you can grab a bit earlier, but I don't recommend that. So grab late, and it should be fine. But if you don't like the timing grab, you can add a second standing jump like this, and you will automatically do it like this. You don't have to time your grab almost. So, one last time, of course. I don't know why she didn't stop here. So, you go until the corner here, this position, back. Once, if you want to late grab, and if you don't want to late grab, a second one, and you will be able to do it. And this is the end of allow. This is not exactly the end, because I'm going to show you the YOLO way. So the YOLO way, oops, this is not the right save. So I'm going to have to do from this save, it doesn't matter. Usually, if you want to YOLO, you won't kill this shotgun guy, this one, and neither the melee guy here. You're gonna just keep running, and you will avoid the shot or getting shot a couple of times. You might need to take a med, whatever. But this is unnecessary to kill them. So, what is it? It's this. So this is the sequence, basically. So, what do you look at to get the right position? Because this one, when you will start and you don't know what to aim for, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do something like this, and it's like it will never work for you. It works for me because I kind of know where the slope is. Well, it's not slope, but the edge is. But it's really hard because you can barely see the edge because this is a bit slopey. And when you start, and if you don't know where to jump exactly, you will miss it a lot of time. And if you miss it, it's like 20-second time loss, so yeah. So, if you want to YOLO, what you're gonna do is you want to jump. You want to do the last jump before the final jump. You want to do it here. You want to do it here. If you do it a bit earlier, like I'm gonna try to show you. Like if you do it here, if Lara's jump here, you're gonna have to delay the jump. Like I'm gonna try it, for example, here. No, here it's good, for example, or not, maybe not. Yeah. So here I jumped earlier than I showed you. So if I hold the jump button, you won't make it, and it won't be enough. You will be too far. So you have to delay. So let's say I jump here. I'm gonna have to delay a bit my jump like this, and hope that it works. It won't work all the time because position is not good. But if you delay it, you have more chance of having it, or at least you have a chance. That's at least. I'm gonna try to show you with a delay. 1, 2, 3, like this. So instead of two step, you need to have 3 step. That's it. And if you got the good position like this is a good position, like this, for example. So the visual point for this is basically Lara final step before jumping is inside this square. Inside this square. And that will mean that you can just keep going. For example, here it was inside, so you can just hold the jump button and make it. So here I didn't make it because I'm explaining, and it's not easy to do when you're explaining, but like for example here, up, up. So that's pretty much the best visual point we got. For example here I'm gonna have to delay slightly because when you do this sequence you need to look at Lara's feet and you need to adapt. That's kind of what's happening. You need to adapt. So if your last step is here, you're gonna have to delay. If your last step is here, this is perfect. If your last step is here, so for example, if you do like this, you won't make the jump, never. So what I recommend you, if you see that's happening, what you just do is, so you stop like this, get out your gun, shoot this two guy, and do the setup. That's the most efficient way to recover. Or if you save, you reload the save. This is as you want. So for example here, I am inside. I'm gonna have to delay because I delayed it, even if I was inside for one single reason. It's that I was inside, but I jumped here instead of here. What it does is it adds some distance between the corner and you, so I have to delay. If you want the perfect, you need to jump from here, absolutely, a bit earlier than that, actually here, more like here. So you have to jump from here. If you jump from here, you're gonna have to delay. So this is not easy to explain to YOLO because obviously this is arbitrary, but I hope it will help some people. So for example, it's inside, but I'm gonna have to delay because it was slightly inside only. Here, for example, I'm gonna try to be inside, but maybe too much. No, okay, it's perfect. And also, if you curve your jump, you can also manage to recover. For example, if you are too much inside, slightly like this, you can curve a bit and still do it. So this is completely arbitrary, but this is a good way to know if you're gonna miss it or not. So I think that's basically it. Yeah, there is not a lot of things to add. Some people set it up like they jump here, and then they are here, and then they are good. For example, like this. So I failed it because I don't really know what their visual point is, but you have another possibilities. I'm gonna explain quickly, but I don't really know it. So you want to jump kinda here, in the diagonal of the square, but more like at the left. And if you do that, if you do the running jump here, you will be just inside like this, and able to make the jump like this. So here it doesn't work because I don't really know what's the angle to get the corner directly. But this is something I wanted to mention just in case. Like this. Should be good here. No, okay, never mind. Anyway, I just mentioned it because I saw a lot of people doing it, but I don't really like this one because it involves one more jump where you can add mistakes. So for me, the best one is to use the one I just showed you. So like this, it won't work here probably, yeah, because I curve too much. Anyway, so then you should be able to end the level. So here it's good, up, up, and that's it. And then you just finish the level like this. And that's it for Living Quarters. So I'm sorry about how long is the video. It's 40 minutes, but it needed to be done. This is a short level. It can be under 3 minutes, but there is so much small thing that I had to make a video that long, and that's why it took time actually. Yeah, that's it. One last thing, I had in the description a RAR file that has been done by the runner Nenad. And in this RAR, there's gonna be all the saves, all the important saves. For example, there is a save for the last jump, there is a save for the shelf corner, there is a save for the last jump in offshore rig, etc. Every level have saves file that you can, so you can practice every hard part you want. Of course, you don't practice only this part, but this is a start if you don't have save file and you want it. So what you just do is you just extract the document and you take the saves you want and you put it into your Tomb Raider 2 installation folder and you should be able to load the saves. And that's basically it. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and see you next time.